you be able to return? Or did you ever think about?
I thought of going back, if it was possible, if the good Lord would let me. And I figured I had a purpose also if I did. Because I felt by going there, it was like honoring my crew, which otherwise I would have never had a chance. Nobody, very few would have had a chance to go to an area where a monument was set up like that, and they did so much, to celebrate and honor my men, my crew. And I felt that obligation was, for me, was worth, there's no amount of money could have.
Were you surprised when you started getting more letters last year about a new memorial being built?
Oh, that really flabbergasted me. That they not realizing it. And I had met some friends, naturally, besides John and George Torrison, but other people too, like Jim Frank, and other people like Jerry and Jane Kubik. While we were there, it was surprisingly that the communication and then the relation that was over there amazed me. And the whole thing, it really made me feel like I was part of the family, that I was one of them. Because I met many generals and soldiers that were flying out of England on my first trip. But to find out that after all these years, that that they decided to put up, they decided to put up a monument which amazed me. And a 20-foot monument which they had someone design, especially, certainly the mayor from Nipmuc, Paval,
And where was the new monument?
Was in right there at the crash site at Dubec Hill. And not realizing what they were going to do, I got the invitation, and I had to push myself to go. When John and I decided if there was somebody, I'll go one way or the other. Even if I went in a wheelchair, which I did most of the way, that John was able to come with me, and Paul Kohlmeyer, also a friend from my American Legion, post number 9, and then a friar from Griswold, Connecticut. All 4 of us made the trip, and it was fabulous.
So what kind of, where was the ceremony held, the main ceremony?
The main ceremony was held at Dubec Hill, right there in the woods,
and
where the monument is. And we were amazed.
What was it, mainly soldiers, or were there civilians there, or Czech people?
There was a full band and soldiers and delegates from different parts of the Czech Republic, and people galore, because it was in a tough area, because there was only one road to get in there, and they followed us all the way into to the celebration. And it was amazing to unveil that monument, and then there was a monument for each one of the crewmen. 10 stones were placed, and there was a nice walk that was built over it, almost on the edge of the foundation where the plane went down. And in the meantime, they let me make some declaration that I brought with me from Providence, from the congressman,
And what do you think the Czech people were trying to express to you? What were they trying to tell you?
how much they appreciated to me, it looked like the freedom that they got when they got liberated. This is where they showed it. If there was no other way they could show it, they showed me through a celebration. And if it went international for them, it was worth it for them. And they did it on their own. Nobody begged them to do anything. And being there that day, and also at the same time, they also celebrated on a Monday of time that we spent there, on one of our last days, that the Patent Day in Pilsen, with 100 at least jeeps, trucks, half tracks, everything, all equipment that was left by General Patton on his liberation in Pilsen. And they celebrate it every year. And we were lucky enough to attend that. But in my heart, let me tell you, I've met a lot of people in my life, but to me, they were special.
So if what would you like to say about the effort that they had made, and how it affected you as far as your feeling about the war and your service to America?
Well, I'll tell you, before that I didn't think too much, because as I was flying, I was just another crewman, flying in the Air Force, where we lost 50,000. So who am I? One other airman. But they gave me more or less more anxious feeling in my heart, how well they take care of someone that they appreciate. I didn't get that in the United States. I'm sorry to say, because this monument here, when you see it, it's better than any one monument I've seen anywhere so far in the United States. And it's only through them that I feel, that my last trip was worth it, because it honored me at the same time, honored my crew, and the respect they had for the Air Force, for all the soldiers, American soldiers who fought in the Second War, to liberate them from their, their being, in other words, forced by the Germans for so many years, and then being, being regulated by the Russians for 40 years.
Well, Ray, it's been great to talk with you, and I want to thank you for doing this.
I wish that more could have had the same opportunity as I did, because many men did go down who paid the price. And even today, we're still paying the price. May the good Lord keep us and always look over the United States, because our motto has always been to help all everyone that we can possibly did. And that's what we've been doing since 1941, and it hasn't stopped yet. The American will always be there to help someone in need.
Well, thank you, Ray. I appreciate it, and God bless you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.